Imagine waking up one day and your entire family is gone. No warning, no explanation, just a note that says, "You'll figure it out." That's exactly what happened to me at 17, and it set off a chain of events I never could have imagined. If you've ever felt abandoned, betrayed, or let down by someone you love, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. This story hits hard, and you'll want to hear every part of it. When I was 17, my family moved 2 states away without telling me. I came back one afternoon to a completely empty home and a note on the kitchen counter. The cruelest thing I had ever read simply said, "You'll figure it out." I didn't know what I'd done wrong. I assumed maybe they were tired of pretending they loved me. But the truth was, they had never even pretended. When I was 13, I made a birthday cake for my mom all by myself, only to have her call it clumpy. At 15, I tutored my younger brother Michael through finals, and all he did was call me a know-it-all and slam his door in my face. At 16, I gave my entire paycheck to my dad so he could cover bills, only to be yelled at later for being useless. I was always useful but never loved. Then, without warning, they vanished. My parents, the people who were supposed to protect me, my only family, packed up and left. They didn't tell me. They didn't even say goodbye. I found out from the landlord a week later. They had canceled the lease early. I had 1 week to move out. I slept at a friend's house for 3 nights before running out of options. Eventually, I was living in the back of a storage unit I rented with the last of my savings. I showered at the YMCA, ate peanut butter straight from the jar for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, applied for jobs on library computers, and pretended everything was okay. Eventually, I got hired as a night shift server at a diner. My manager, gruff but fair, paid me under the table until I could get an ID and even let me nap in the break room when exhaustion nearly overtook me. I clawed my way through every day. I bought a prepaid phone, saved every receipt, and watched free YouTube tutorials on finance and goal setting. The first year was survival, but then a regular at the diner offered me a temp job cleaning office files. It paid triple what I was making. That led to another opportunity, and then another. By 22, I was freelancing full-time. By 25, I launched a consulting business with just a folding table and a borrowed laptop. By 27, I had 5 contractors, my own office, and clients I had once dreamed about. By 29, I was a millionaire, not the kind flaunted on Instagram, but real savings, a retirement account, no debt, my apartment paid off, and health insurance I could afford. The first time I saw 7 figures in my bank account, I cried. After all those years, my family never reached out. Not once. Then one day, everything changed. I had done a podcast interview about surviving family estrangement. It went viral. My inbox flooded with messages from strangers, people saying I had put words to their pain. And then, one email stood out. "You're still our daughter. Maybe we can talk." It was from my mom. No apology, just a paragraph acknowledging my perspective. Then another email from Michael. "We miss you. Can we fix this?" I stared at the screen for a long time. Could I? Should I? I waited. 10 days. I responded to Michael first. "It's been 12 years. What changed?" His response came quickly. He said the podcast made him realize what they had done. He claimed he was only 15 when they left me, that he'd always wondered about me, but never had the courage to reach out. His next email admitted the truth. Money had been tight, my parents' business had failed, and his wife was pregnant with their second child. I didn't respond immediately. My mom sent a follow-up email with old family photos attached, pictures of me as a baby, pictures of happy times that felt like someone else's life. At the bottom, "We made mistakes. We want to make amends." I showed the emails to my therapist, Melissa. She reminded me, I was in control. I could set boundaries. I didn't owe them anything. Closure didn't mean reconciliation. I decided to meet Michael first. Just him. We met at a coffee shop in Chicago. The first 20 minutes were painful, filled with awkward small talk, then he started apologizing. I asked the question that had haunted me for 12 years. Why me? His answer shocked me. They thought I was strong, independent, the one who would be fine on my own. I told him about the storage unit, peanut butter, the YMCA showers, the night shifts. He crumbled. Then came my mom's call. She explained their financial desperation and that they left me thinking I'd be fine with social services. I hung up, blocked her number, and screamed into a pillow. Emails came from my dad asking for money. I forwarded them to Melissa. She reminded me about boundaries, about helping versus enabling. I met Jenny, Michael's wife, and she confirmed everything. My parents had lied about me, painted themselves as victims, and even manipulated Michael for years. The legal battle began. Break-ins, threatening texts, surveillance photos, manipulations. It was surreal. Marcus, my lawyer, helped us file emergency restraining orders. We worked together. Michael, Jenny, Lily, and I setting up new routines, protecting ourselves. The first hug from Michael in years wasn't forgiveness, but recognition. Recognition that we had all been damaged by the same people, and maybe we could heal together. Days later, I called my parents. I arranged one final meeting. No police, no lawyers, just me. I sat at a coffee shop, watched them approach slowly like predators meeting prey. I spoke first. I didn't call this meeting to reconcile. I called it to make you understand. It's over. You've lost me. You've lost Michael. You've lost your grandchildren, and if you can't accept that, I will destroy you. I showed them screenshots of threats, emails, and evidence. Their pleas, their tears, their guilt trips, they meant nothing now. I laughed at my dad. You think you're entitled to gratitude for abandoning your 17-year-old daughter, for threatening your grandchildren? You're done. All of it. For the first time in my life, I felt free. Not healed, not fully whole, but free. If this story moved you, if it made your heart race or reminded you of someone who's fought their own battles, hit that like button. Subscribe and turn on notifications because more true stories of betrayal, revenge, and triumph are coming. And lastly, I want to hear from you. Could you ever confront someone who abandoned you like Emma did? Comment down below. Let's talk about survival, revenge, and reclaiming your life.